Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Robert Raven here. Today we're going to read the Crimson Sand Clan. First, let's get some of our music playing, and then we will begin. All clan traits: +2 Constitution, +2 Dex, +2 Intelligence. Creature type is human. Size, medium or small, your choice. Movement: walking 20 feet, running 40, climbing 10, swimming 10, burrowing 60. Special senses: magical darkness sight 30 feet, tremor seeing 120 feet. And then over here, base attack modifier +3, saves, fortitude +3, reflex +3, will +3. The Crimson Sand Clan skills: 5 × 8 plus intelligence modifier, and their clan skills are athletics, history, intimidate, investigate, perception, and nature. Mana gathering. Crimson Sand Clan trained features: they begin with 2 trained features in addition to the 1 trained feature gained at first level. And the Crimson Sand Clan's ability is Crimson Sand Manipulation. Range 120 feet. For the cost of 2 combat points, you can manipulate Crimson Sand to run along the ground or in the air to a distance within range. You decide where the Crimson Sand moves to and which direction it takes during the turn. If the Crimson Sand touches another creature, you can bind the creature or the Crimson Sand to that creature, restraining and paralyzing the creature for the cost of 5 mana points. By possessing the iron in the blood, freezing it in place. To break free, the target must make a fortitude save against danger at the end of each of its turns for the cost of 3 combat points. On a successful save against danger, the target is no longer paralyzed and restrained. If you bind a creature, then that creature has a -5 on strength checks and fortitude saves against danger until it breaks free. Additionally, at 3rd level, you can target a number of creatures equal to 2 plus your highest ability modifier. At 5th level, this ability now works on creatures without blood. At 10th level, this ability now costs 1 combat point and can hit incorporeal creatures. And then their spells are: number 1, Suffocating Crimson Sand. Cost 1 combat point, 5 mana points, range 120 feet. Duration equal to your active Crimson Sand Manipulation ability. And while a creature or creatures are under the effects of your Crimson Sand Manipulation ability, you can manipulate any additional sand or blood from up to 120 feet from you. The sand or blood forms into a hand and grabs the target by the neck. At the start of each creature's turn, the creature takes 5 plus your highest ability modifier magical damage as the sand or blood starts to strangle the target. This spell ends when your Crimson Sand Manipulation ability ends, or if the creature is out of range for your Crimson Sand Manipulation ability. Additionally, at 3rd level, you can use this spell on any amount of creatures for no additional cost, as long as all targeted creatures are within and under the effects of your Crimson Sand Manipulation's ability. And the next spell is Living Crimson Sand. Costs 2 combat points, 15 mana points, range self, duration, your highest ability modifier in-game hours. You create a spherical aura made of living crimson sand that constantly surrounds you in all directions and moves with you out to a range of 5 feet. The aura grants you resistance to all damage and a damage threshold equal to your constitution score plus your total character level plus your highest ability modifier. Additionally, whenever you would take any amount of damage from a creature or creatures that are within the range of your aura, the creature or creatures that dealt the damage will begin to be disintegrated on a molecular level, taking an amount of magical damage equal to 15 plus your highest ability score. If a creature is reduced to half or less of their health point maximum, the user decides on which appendage, 1 through 4 appendages, the target creature loses: arm, leg, or both. If a creature is reduced to 0 health, they are turned to sand and are immediately killed. In addition, at 3rd level, the radius of this spell increases to 10 feet. At 5th level, the radius of this spell increases to 20 feet. At 10th level, the radius of this spell increases to 25 feet. At 15th level, the radius of this spell increases to 30 feet. And at 20th level, the radius of this spell increases to 60 feet. The next spell is Crimson Sand Sapping. Cost 3 combat points and 20 mana points. Range self. Duration, your highest ability modifier in-game minutes. Whenever you cast or use any Crimson Sand or any clan spells and or clan abilities to cause a status condition, you automatically absorb 10 plus your highest ability modifier amount of the target creature's mana points, dealing an amount of damage to, adding it to your current mana pool of your choice equal to the amount of damage that was dealt. The absorbed mana lasts until you use/spend it or until you take a successful short or long rest. This does not allow you to have more than your maximum amount of mana in any of your mana pools. Additionally, at 20th level, the amount of mana reduced becomes permanently added to all of your mana pool totals. The next spell is Body of Crimson Sand. Cost 1 combat point, 30 mana points. Range self. Duration, your highest ability modifier in-game hours. You gain a +5 bonus to all your damage. You can now move through a space as narrow as 1 inch wide without squeezing. You can either enter or leave any creature's space without provoking any attacks. Whenever you enter a creature's space on any creature's turn, that creature must succeed on a fortitude save against danger with a -5 on a successful save against danger. The creature takes 15 plus your highest ability modifier magical earth damage and becomes blinded for the next 5 minutes. On a failed save against danger, the creature takes 30 plus your highest ability modifier magical earth damage and becomes blinded for 10 minutes. A creature can repeat the save against danger at a -5 at the end of each of its turns for the cost of 3 combat points, ending the blindness on a successful save against danger. Additionally, you cannot die unless wholly submerged within a body of water while you have 0 health points and 0 mana points in your reserve mana pool. And the final spell for this clan is Soul of Crimson Sand. Cost 3 combat points and 50 mana points. Range self. Your duration is your highest ability modifier in-game hours. You gain a +5 bonus to all of your damage. You gain a +5 to all of your saves against danger. You gain a +5 to all of your danger checks. Your damage and conditions bypass all of a creature's resistances and or immunities. Additionally, you store the genome of all the creatures killed by you inside your crimson sand. The sand can be inserted into an egg, womb, creature, etc. to fuse the baby's or creature's DNA with one stored DNA, leading to the birth/creation of a hybrid. In addition, you may insert the sand into yourself, gaining up to 3 abilities, features, traits, spells, etc. from one creature's DNA that is stored within your sand. You can store an amount of DNA equal to 3 plus your highest ability modifier, and it can stay stored for an unlimited amount of time. Once a DNA has been used one time, it must be reacquired. Thank you all. Like, subscribe, and join us for more.